There's the live notification. Took a weirdly long time to go out. Anyway, we're back with more of the item Nuzlocke. And last time we cleared Blaine, and I forgot that immediately puts you on the boat to the Sevi Isles where you're cut off from the PC network. So, we made our way to 2 Island, and I think we have to deal with something while we're here. Right. We're gonna have to go to 3 Island. Where I'm pretty sure we're also going to have to clear some trainers. What is the current level cap? So, only remaining gym leader is Giovanni. Fire Red and LeafGreen gym battle. 50. Now with that in mind, these guys are pretty dang low level. Oh, welcome to the stream, Ophidian Wren. Thanks for the raid. Nice. Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I'm pretty sure I've heard of that. I know I've never played it. So yeah, we are in the late game of... Okay, so this is the guy, this is the move reminder. I knew he was somewhere in the Sevi Isles, but it has been a while since I've played these games. I am doing alright. We're in the late stages of this run, but unfortunately we missed execute in the Safari Zone. It ran away. So we've come to Sevi Isles specifically to get a hold of an execute. Unfortunately, it means we have to do the Sevi Isles side quest, especially since I didn't actually bring along my my flying Pokemon, and we get cut off from the PC here. I really shouldn't be leading with trash right now. I was leading with it for a battle that's going to happen as soon as we hit 3 Island, but... Ah, right. If I actually had a starter Pokemon... She'd be able to teach it Hydro Cannon or Blast Burn or Frenzy Plant. Okay, let's hit up 3 Island. Wonder if I can get past these guys without battling them. That would be helpful. Oh right, this is like the one place in the game where you can get to Dunsparce. Anyway. Level 37 coughing, does that still know... Yes, it does still know self-destruct. Honestly, I don't know why I'm being as careful as I am with this. I can't remember what blocks you off. Ah, it's that this guy hasn't dug out the place. Right. I also can't remember if those guys actually, you know, attack you. What other games? All sorts. Pokemon and Elden Ring have been the big recurring ones, but I bounce around. I'm really looking forward to Resident Evil 9. I think I've put close to 80 hours or something into Hollow Knight on stream. Because I was trying to beat P5 all bindings before Silksong dropped. I failed. Oh, sweet. I can access the PC here. That's helpful. Okay, so... I'll have to fight my way through a bunch of bikers, and I'm pretty sure that's all back to back. Just looking a little bit ahead, because I know I have to go into Berry Forest in order to save a little girl. Oh my gosh, Execute is a 5% encounter rate there. That's just cruel. Alright. Let's see. In terms of type diversity, I think I'll put handbag in place of coin purse. Breakout seed bag. Swap that in for of oats. Yeah, no sense in tempting fate by risking Starmie. Who has higher special attack, Raichu or... Okay, it's Raichu. So the plan is just to smash through everything here with strong neutral attacks, since I don't want to use Starmie. Why is this not starting the fight? I know I was supposed to find someone on 2 Island, but I thought I talked to everyone. Actually, That's probably worth it. I'm gonna try and catch and execute, and who knows how much of a pain it'll make of itself. Was it not here? Maybe I misremembered what the guy said. Maybe I have to go deeper on one island. Let's see, let's just check back with Bill and the other guy. I have text speed set to fast, don't I? Yes, I do. It doesn't feel fast. Huh. That's an ominous conversation. Let's speed through some of this. Leave me alone, wild Pokemon. I'm not prepared to take the time for you right now. I'm just trying to remember where the plot is on in this area. I haven't played this part of the game in a long time. Oh, wait. I'm just dumb. I have to go and I have to go into this place. Yeah. It's been a while. Oh my gosh, I'm not even reading what I'm doing, am I? Okay. Let's see if I can manage to focus, to stretch my attention span out to like 8 seconds or something. There we go. Part of why I wanted to lead with Raichu is just that it is one of my more sacrificable Pokemon, since I've got a Jolteon stored in the box. With better stats. Just barely though, since it has terrible IVs. Luckily, I got most of my team up to the level cap for Blaine, so these guys are pretty low level. It's not like the Kimono girls, who are genuinely terrifying in Heart Gold and Soul Silver for a Nuzlocke. Anyway. So level 39 Wheezing will have same moveset as the Coughing. Oh, thank goodness. It could have gotten annoying if I had missed repeatedly. So if this isn't a one-shot and it does explode, we deliberately put Raichu in front of it. But Wheezing is a physical defender, not a special defender, so that's helpful. Okay, so it did survive a dig. But eventually I'll get lucky and hit Thief, right? I had no confidence in that statement. Okay. Oh, there's a PP up somewhere around here. Tree Island. Locations, the town, items. Okay, I need to grab one of my HM slaves. I never remember what all is on this... what all is in this area. Like, I know I've explored these places extensively in the post-game, but then it's mostly the remaining islands. Yeah, I don't care about any of that. Okay, I have to go out to Bond Bridge to find the one that I'm looking for. Ah, here we are. There we go. Now I'm actually gonna go do something kind of random. So I want to trim down the number of HM slaves I need to use. In order to do that, I need to go catch a Spearow. Oh. Okay, never mind. I thought I could fly back to Kanto now, but nope. I guess you really do have to use the boat to go from one to another and then fly. Like I can remember these things from the last time I played this game. Anyway. Bond Bridge. Nothing really notable. I'll have to deal with some trainers. Oh, I really thought they were going to aggro onto me, I forgot. Doubles trainers only have a 1-block aggro. I remember spending so much time in these places just using the Versus Seeker to try and grind in order to prep for the Elite Four, because the levels are so much higher than the stuff you can find in Kanto. I think even for wild Pokemon, I think these are as good or better than Victory Road. Really? 5% chance. Now this next one, I have the right Pokemon out front for. Oh. Okay then. There are no trainers in the berry forest, are there? Just the wild Pokemon. Yep. Okay, so most of the berries here are recurring. Most of the berries in the berry forest are recurring, so I can actually cheat those in. Okay. So it would take a long time, but yeah, I can totally farm those now that I have access to the berry forest. Which means I should go ahead and cheat those in. Just the ones that I can get. Oh, how do I get through this place? Oh right, I got rid of my cut Pokemon. Oh, and I need to be ready to deal with execute. We'll lead Raichu for that. Pretty sure it still knows Thunder Wave. Oh, it's one of those scenarios. Oh. Okay then. What's that item? It doesn't matter. Okay. Who do I want to use to take out this stinking Hypno? It's like level 40 or something. Oh, it's level 30? I'm gonna have to backtrack, aren't I? Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick. If it wants to load. Ah well, worth a check. I wanted to see if any of the Pokemon that if any of the other Pokemon that we haven't had a chance to grab. Were on these islands. The only ones that came to mind that I know are in this game are Nidoran Male and Jigglypuff, and I don't think... Well, I just checked. Neither of them turn up on the islands. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop playing on speed up, but the encounters, they make me want to speed up. The game knows what it's doing, I swear. Okay, we are going to set this to speed up for a minute. Because if we don't, this is going to take a while. We're looking for something at a 5% encounter rate. Well, we just found something that was at a 5% encounter rate. As is most of what's in this area, come to think of it. There are like 4 Pokemon at 5%. True to form, we have encountered everything else. Except Venonat, weirdly enough. I don't think we've encountered Venonat in these woods yet. It'll happen. We will get our eggs. We will get our eggs and grow them into a lovely tree. Because that's how that works. Oh my. I mean, no matter what I do, I probably can't... Oh. I was gonna say, I probably can't do worse than that Yanma hunt back in Heart Gold Buglock or whatever it was. It was either Heart Gold or Soul Silver, but I don't remember which. Congratulations, Execute. You are probably the first bunch of eggs ever to be caught in a Master Ball. Welcome to the team, Plastic Bag. Now I am going to skim Cerebi real quick, just to be on the safe side. Ugh. Nothing on one island. Nothing on 2 island. Doesn't look like anything on 3 Island, but there is something that I want to check. There really no... Hang on, I gotta test something. Wow, there are no... encounters in that cave. It's kind of wild. Anyway, we got what we came here for. Let's see what the deal is with plastic bag here. Bold nature, I think, is minus attack plus defense. Or it might be minus speed plus defense. Either one should be fine, to be honest. Huh. Okay, so we probably want this thing to hit level 43 just to pick up Solar Beam and Sleep Powder in case I ever want to use them. I definitely want Solar Beam. I might wind up wanting Sleep Powder. Because weirdly enough, this thing is like one of the few viable users of Dream Eater in this game. And it gets chlorophyll, which means it's not a terrible choice for Sunsweeper. I doubt that I'll ever use it like that. Especially since for some reason it can't learn Calm Mind. What is it with Gen 1 Psychic types not picking up Calm Mind in Gen 3? Starmie and Executor. That said, no guarantee that I would stick with Solar Beam because I do have a Giga Drain TM going spare. Welcome to the stream, B. Which I probably wouldn't even teach to Victory Bell, even if I didn't have Execute to use with it, because... Execute... or Victory Bell gets a hold of Razor Leaf, which is just generally better just for having more PP. He just walked off the bottom edge of the map. Nice. Anyway, there is no plot between us and Giovanni. However, there are a couple of things that I might cheat to do. Huh. Where do I pick up the TM for Sunny Day? Did I already do that? It's in the Safari Zone. Why do I get the feeling I didn't pick that up? Oh, I did. Nice. So Giovanni really shouldn't be an issue. I am like 99% sure I can just send in Starmie and click Surf like 5 times. Because I'll be at level 50. So what we're gonna do here real quick is grab plastic from storage. We're gonna get plastic up a few levels. Do I have a leaf stone already? I do. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna drop a save, take a minute to cheat, and then we will be right back in the game. Alright, let's find out what there is to know about Plastic the Executor. So, stats-wise, minus attack plus defense, that's really good. That's a really solid nature, and the IVs are mostly average, but the highest one is in special attack, which is nice. Question becomes, do I want to invest in special attack and HP, special attack and defense, or special attack and special defense? Well, start with the easy part. Let's assume that I got all of those levels by intensely training against things that give special attack, like random wild Abra or the Ghastly and Taunter in the tower. So we definitely want max special attack. It kind of feels like a question of whether I want to get some speed investment to make potential chlorophyll sweeping viable. Thing is, though, we've got a lot of fast Pokemon in the party. So I'm kind of tempted to just let that fall by the wayside and go all in on bulk on this one. Yeah, we got stuff like Jolteon hitting 157 speed right now. Starmie hitting 153. Even Nidoqueen has some extra speed. You know what? Even at level 45, it's hitting 62 speed, which is enough to outrun most of my team who are speed invested if it's in the sun. It won't outrun the real speedsters, but the only super speedy threat left in the game that I can think of, well, threats, plural, are Lance's Aerodactyl and Blue's Alakazam. And I don't think we're outspeeding either of those, even if we invest, unless we invest pretty heavily. I think I really do just want to go crazy with HP. Make this thing as bulky as I can. I'll drop the last 4 into speed. Oh wait, the last 8. Oh, oops. Last 4. I had accidentally erased the special attack EVs I had put in. Oh, and Hidden Power Electric at 59 base power. If I had any way of getting Hidden Power, that could be handy. Now... give myself all that I can hold there. And what were those berries in the berry forest that I can get an unlimited amount of? Oranberry. Personberry. Pineapple is just a berry juice item. Hang on. Oh, surely I have a Chesto somewhere around here, don't I? Yes, I do. Sorry, I know this is boring viewing, but it would be even more boring to watch me try and grind any quantity of these items. Asperberry. We have rust. Yes, I do. Bluck and Nanab are berry juice items. Cherry berry. Oh, I do. For a second there, I was like, do I really not have cherry berries? Wepair, what does that do? Pokeblock. Pecha. But then we get the really useful one, Lumberry. I don't plan to use these as heavily as I probably could, since I gave myself unlimited. What does that Iapapa berry do anyway? I can't remember. Oh, it's a pinch berry that is just bad. Because pinch berries were terrible in this generation. Except the stat boosting ones. Those ones actually saw use. Also, I'm making the game sort my items real quick. So the other thing that I did was get a hold of as many big mushrooms as I could. Which isn't super realistic, at least quantity-wise, but I'm not going to manage to use all of them anyway. We've been able to farm those for a long time, ever since we got access to Mount Moon and picked up a Pokemon with Thief. I just haven't bothered. I'll be right back. Now the trick will be dealing with the trainers. So yeah, he's a bulky boy. And he should hit pretty dang hard. I think the only Pokemon that might be hitting harder is Starmie, but then again, maybe not. I don't actually know how much special attack does Exeggutor have. 125, okay. It's probably our hardest hitter then, with all of that investment and... the base stat. Starmie does have a killer special IV though. Yeah, wow. Okay, so that thing just became our hardest hitter. Wait, actually... Okay, who am I going to use to clear through this gym? We do have a couple of poison types instead of ground types. Some random fighting types, too. It's probably a good idea to bring Potato Sack along. And it's probably a good idea to leave the electric type at home. Same with the fire type, I'd say. Yeah, in a lot of these cases, our best bet is more likely than not going to be just clearing the trainers, so I don't have to worry about them. Though, come to think of it, you would do well, wouldn't you? You know what, of oats? Well, there. So those three we can completely ignore. And that guy. Ah, that's how it works. So, all things considered, I think that is going to be this guy. So we have to fight this guy in order to fight the black belt past him. And if I'm guessing correctly, then this guy should lead with a Marowak. Hey, I figured out the order they had him on. They had him in on Cerebi. This should be a pretty clean sweep. He's got Marowak, Rhyhorn, Nidorina, and Nidoqueen. The only one that isn't hit super effectively is Nidorina. And even then, I don't fancy that thing's chances. There's a good chance that thing doesn't survive a hit, but Nidoqueen does. I guess there's less of a chance considering the 6th level advantage. So that was an approximate preview of what I expect to happen in the gym battle itself. What do these guys know? Moveset-wise. Yeah, let's just keep it simple. I just love this music, I really do. Okay, and those are the 2 trainers we had to clear out in order to get to Giovanni. So now we duck back to the Pokemon Center to heal up, and we can level our team up while we're here. What's the level cap for the Elite Four, so I know if I need to play around that in any way? It's going to be based on Lance. Frog. 60. Okay, yeah. Nothing to worry about at all. It's kind of wild to think that we don't actually have like any major setup sweepers. We could make some. We have bulk up, which I believe punching is the only recipient of on our team. We technically also have belly drum on punching bag. Which is an option. Come to think of it, I might use punching bag to try and... I might try and sweep Lorelei with punching bag just to give it a use, you know? I can't remember if Lorelei's Jinx knows Psychic, though, in which case that would be a questionable choice. At the very least, I can let him sweep Bruno. Should remember to grab those leftovers. Zap cannon, no thanks. Truthfully, I don't know if we'll bring handbag with us to the Elite Four. Does Psych Up? It does bypass accuracy. Okay, hang on. Is that worth more than Growl, though? If I ever wind up using this thing, it's probably going to be to click Yawn and then Growl to lower attack. Yeah. You know, weirdly enough, this is probably one of the few games where I know the post-game well enough that we could try to do the Elite Four rematch. Oh, sweet, we got agility. Okay, we're gonna drop Thunder Wave for agility just in case we wind up wanting it. Like, we could do it, and I'm confident that I could keep the team alive through it. We would get some new encounters, but there's not that much of a difference. Some of the Elite Four have some Johto Pokemon. Blue has a Tyranitar. That's about it. I don't get significantly more difficult, and the post-game storyline isn't noticeably harder. There's a part of me that still wants to go back in my Heightlock file and try the post-game of Sun and Moon just to see what it's like, but at the same time, I don't think it's really worth the trouble. Oh, wait. I don't want School Bag in the mix, which means I should probably just swap in Trash, give myself a throwaway Pokemon. Oh, I forgot one more thing. Alright, let's go and Curb Stomp Giovanni. This isn't... I can't realistically see this thing being a tough fight. Fun fact, if you don't leave the gym before this, you actually have to circle around to the right there in order to get past this guy, because he blocks the path. If he's moved to intercept you, then you can just walk through the space he's occupying. Kinda tempted to let Oats take care of that. Take care of this, just in case. You know what? That's actually a good plan. Just lead of Oats. On the off chance that one of them lived a hit from from sack of potatoes, or from potato sack. And managed to get like a crit in return, that could be bad, so we'll lead with someone who, despite my fondness for them, we can face the Elite Four comfortably without. And I would be shocked if that happened, but we do have incredibly low defense. Fun thing I learned while prepping Pokemon in this run. Seadra's top stat is a tie between defense and special attack. Oh wait, defense and special attack. I thought it was special defense and special attack. Okay, Seadra shouldn't have an issue taking at least one hit. And it looks like we outspeed the one Pokemon that I wasn't sure we would. Thank goodness the game didn't give him Fissure in this run. I believe the TM that you get from this guy in Red and Blue is Fissure, which is just so stupid. Why would you make the entire final gym a one-hit KO move gauntlet? In reality, it doesn't really matter because it is this easy to sweep him in, I think, every game. But still, putting that many one-hit KO moves on one opponent's team, that's just cruel. Wait, what? Oh, that wasn't happening until 62. Oh, no, I'm thinking Dragon Dance, which we also won't be learning. You know what? We might toss this in there. Why not? We have unlimited mushrooms anyway. Alright, 8 badges. And we got Earthquake. I know there's something under him. Macho Brace. Right. I don't need that. I've been cheating for all of my EV training. Not all of it. I did so much of the run without cheating, but at this point, I've been cheating for all of it. I love the fact that Seadra can get Octazooka as an egg move. It's not a good move by any stretch of the imagination, but it is kind of amusing that it can learn it. Alright, well, on to Victory Road now, I suppose. Oh, do I still bump into the rival on this route? It looks like I do. Alright. So this will be significantly harder than Giovanni was. But now we have a Pokemon that can take hits from Alakazam well. It took the entire run. But we finally got a Pokemon that is both bulky and resists psychic moves. Alright, let's see. Again, no sense in risking Jolteon before the Elite Four. I think you'll make a good Rhyhorn answer. Yeah. Might put leftovers on you. Oh, wait. We've got a fighting type. Never mind. Growlithe just really shouldn't be an issue. You know what? Keep Seed Bag around. Yeah, Growlithe, we can just bring in Potato Sack and shut it down. That's not a big deal. So let's see. We lead Pidgeot. There are two main ways that I see this. Oh wait, why the heck did I swap Exeggutor? Oh, that was not what I meant to do. Oh wow, his Blastoise still knows Water Gun. Yeah, that thing's not a threat at all. So, we take down Pidgeot, should be a clean one-shot from Raichu. They'll either bring in Rhyhorn because of the type advantage, or Alakazam because it has the strongest move. For Alakazam, we go into Execute, who will be carrying a quick leftovers to take a couple of hits. Drop a Leech Seed, put it to sleep, all that good stuff. I might go ahead and teach it Giga Drain preemptively just to save some time. I could even teach it something physical instead in case it gets a Calm Mind boost off. I do think that's the one that we want to have a backup strategy for. So in that case, we'll keep Clefable around. Yeah, nothing else on the team is really worrisome. bring Punching Bag in against the Rhyhorn. Starmie easily, Potato Sack easily takes out the Potato Sack easily takes out the Growlithe. Execute has Solar Beam, but it's not really a threat. And Blastoise also isn't really a threat, even with Rain Dance, it's just using Water Gun. Alright, open the TM case and break out Giga Drain. I'm kinda surprised that Trash can't just randomly learn Giga Drain. Alright. Probably should have gone through what Pokemon are carrying that I can thief off of them. But, oh well. Can go ahead and pass out a couple of Oran Berries. And I'll go ahead and get everyone to level 52, I think. That seems reasonable to me. Gives us plenty of room for XP in Victory Road. Alright, let's school this guy before we face him for the actually difficult fight. It's so insane to me that he has 3 fully evolved Pokemon, but then also 3 unevolved Pokemon. Oh, did I forget to bring... Hang on. I totally forgot to bring something for Execute. Oh well. We can deal with it. Okay, have fun taking yourself out. Alakazam. Yep. Drop a leech seed. Yay, we hit. That 10% chance to miss could have turned out to be annoying. Now we try and put it to sleep. Honestly, I feel like Synchronize would be a way more useful ability if they allowed you to pair it with, if they allowed you to use it to counter sleep. If Synchronize worked with sleep, it would be far more difficult to play around. Sorry, I'm curious. Okay, this thing does have a higher base special attack stat than Executor. I had to check. Executor do hit like a truck. Does he have any items in this one? Nope, doesn't look like it. Kind of shocking that he even bothered to switch. Anyway. Potato Sack, you're up. See, Blue, the fact that I still outsped you there, that's the reason that you probably should have evolved your Growlithe by now. There's a chance that this doesn't put it into... Oh. I was thinking, there's a chance this doesn't put it into Torrent range, which could save me some trouble. You just nerfed your own Solar Beam. Weirdly enough, I think that Potato Sack is probably our best bet for dealing with this thing. Just because if it had survived that, we could have swapped out to remove status, which is the real annoying thing here. Before I forget. Alright, let's figure out what we're using to get us through Victory Road. So, Route 23. Any encounters? I really doubt it, because I'm sure I've been over this encounter list a decent number of times. No, but we should keep an eye out for the items that we can find with the item finder, because there are some good ones. We got a citrus berry and a lepa berry, both of which we only have one of, because you can't farm those in Berry Forest. Right. Victory Road. Wait, is that really all there is to Victory? Oh, hold up. I just realized it has multiple floors. Right. Oh, this is a strength puzzle, Victory Road. That's right. Alright, let's think for a second about just building a functional team. Mainly of the Pokemon that if we lose them, it probably won't break our Elite Four attempt. I love you, handbag. But coin purse is way more bulky. And I really don't want to lose school bag, but I want the ability to dig out of the cave. Now, I'm going to test whether we can teach strength to trash bag. I think we can. Yes, we can. Okay. You know what? Or we can save time. I was going to go and have the move to leader remove Surf to do it, but double team we can drop. Victory Road isn't dark, is it? I don't think it is. Okay, in that case, we can get away with hanging on to Doduo instead of Sandshrew, which will be handy. Kanto, Route 23. Items. Oh. Kind of forgot that one already had a level. Oh well. Just getting everyone up to 52 like I did for the others before Blue. Oh, I forgot to swap items around. I want those leftovers. This is like one of the only games that checks whether you have all the badges, because you can. It's intended for you to be able to skip some. Okay, we got the Lepa Berry. As long as I'm checking for squares marked like that, I should be able to find it, because it looks like all of the useful items are on marked squares. I mean, I suppose I don't mind knowing where the max ether and the max elixir are. Soul badge. Is that the one I just... Okay. Island north of the soul badge. Ah, that island. There we go. For some reason I thought it said one of the corners, but maybe that was what it said for, like, red and blue. Okay, got the Asper. And there's the citrus. Now we don't have anything to worry about until we get out of Victory Road. Well, I say we don't have anything to worry about. We probably still want some items. I don't think we care about Dragon Claw, because I'm pretty sure nothing on our team can even learn it. Yeah. So on this floor, I don't care about items either. Oh, wait. I was looking at this map wrong. I really should just break out the repels. Screw it. I'm going back to a town where I can buy repels. Wait, where did it put the max repels? I bought them. Oh, there they are. Just scrolled past them. Also, I can use my bike in here. Nice. Persian, and then a bunch of fire types. Alright, who do I want to send in to deal with Persian? We'll go with School Bag. And now it's the click surf 4 times challenge. After I take a single hit of takedown. Wonder if any of these still know quick attack. Maybe the Ninetales? I think the Vulpix is too high level for that. Same with the Rapidash. Alright, any items on this floor that I care about? So we got TM37 and TM7. 7 is Hail. I don't have any ice types, and it doesn't buff Blizzard, so no point there. 37 is Sandstorm, which could theoretically be useful at least. I don't know if I'm willing to go out of my way for it. Well, hey, we got the one item we cared about. That's useful. I want to know if that item is worth grabbing. TM50. is one of the items on this floor. Overheat, yeah, that could come in handy. Okay, so the cool trainer on this floor, the first accessible one. Luckily, a lot of this we can just get through on having better stats due to being a higher level. I think if we just plug away at this thing, it's probably going to be like a 3-hit. Yeah. Okay, well... It's not poison powder. I would have preferred sleep powder, but... Yeah, no surprises there. We're gonna speed this up. Wow. None of those tri-attacks procced anything. Level 42 Electrode will have what moves? It does have Self-Destruct. Okay, it's just choosing not to use it, and I'm okay with that. What does that Cloister have in its moveset anyway? Spike Cannon, Spikes, Protect, and Aurora Beam, probably. So it shouldn't be going for Aurora Beam, which means I should be fairly safe to bring in one of my other Pokemon. It goes for Aurora Beam anyway. Alright then. I guess it considered the fact that my defense was so much higher than my special defense. That Arcanine will not know extreme speed, meaning it's barely even an Arcanine. It's not a big deal if I use all of my super potions. I have 30 fresh waters. There we are. Now, I don't know if this will work, but if it will, then I want to be far enough. I want to do it while I'm on my way instead of taking the long way. That is how you do it. There's overheat. If I take that back down to the second floor, does it get me anything I care about? No, it really doesn't. And I don't want it to reset the lock, so... Ah, right. This pair. I can't remember if this one is guaranteed to spot me from over here. So she has bell sprouts all the way down. She has grass types all the way down, while the other guy has water types. I think it would be easier for me to sweep through a team of water types. Who has what exactly? Guillotine, Stomp, Mudshot, Harden. I don't want to get hit by Mudshot. Of course. I'm gonna see if I can get off a couple of these. Now the doubles match with the Nidoqueen, and Nidoking would be frightening if it weren't for, well, the move surf. I don't even know how many, like, offensive moves this thing has. Barrier, Wrap, Bubble Beam, and Acid. Well, it has multiple offensive moves. It doesn't have a good selection. Wrap could theoretically be a problem if I managed to get full paired several times in a row. And maybe if it also got a couple of crits. Okay. Now I'm willing to swap out of my crits. I absolutely could have done this with just shopping, but I wanted to see if I could give Seed Bag the chance to shine. So do I care about fighting those other two? There are a couple of... I don't think... Oh, wait. I can't get back there without going down the hole anyway. Bounce, 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 bounce. Alright, and then the last guy on the second floor. Is it the last guy? Ah, there we are. Wait, no. Is this just the guy with the Mr. Mime? Does a level 48 Mr. Mime have in its moveset? Psychic, Roleplay, Trick, Recycle. So its only offensive move is Psychic. Oh. Okay then, maybe it wasn't that guy. And an extra Lumberry. I'm pretty sure I already farmed those. There we go. Wasn't exactly sure where that was based on the stuff that Bulbapedia was saying. don't know why exactly they felt it was necessary to put that tiny little maze right in front of the Pokemon League. What does that really accomplish? I mean, it leaves a couple of places to drop a couple items, but that's about it. Anyway, we have now reached the Indigo Plateau. Oh, do I want to do that tonight? I kinda do. I feel like we could finish this up pretty easily right here. I don't really want to drag it out. We could fire up something new tomorrow then. So, let's talk opponents. And let's talk team. There is one very obvious thing that's going to happen. Potato Sack is on the team. There's no scenario where we weren't going to have Potato Sack on the team. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Now, with that in mind, who do we want to back Potato Sack up? So, in terms of who Potato Sack can't hit for super effective damage, especially once we teach it, like, Thunderbolt and Ice Beam. Which I don't necessarily know if we'll teach both of those to it. We should probably just bring an electric type along. That'll help with Lorelei. Yeah, that should shut down 4 of her 5 Pokemon. Though I don't know what order they'll come out in, so we might wind up needing some clever pivoting. So, her Jinx. There we go. It sent me to human verification and didn't bother to load the verification process. Very fun. 2 full restores. I'm guessing that's the standard. Okay, so Jinx does not have the Psychic move, which is helpful. It does have an Ice move. Weirdly enough, Potato Sack is probably our best bet into Jinx, specifically out of Lorelei's team, but not the rest of the team. Of course, we could also bring Teabag. Potato Sack can easily sweep Bruno with Psychic and Surf. Now there's the exciting one. Agatha's level 58 Gengar would normally be a problem, but for once in this entire run, we managed to pick up decent IVs, and that includes on our max. That includes on our fully speed invested Starmie. So we shouldn't have any issue outspeeding the Gengar, and Stab Psychic should easily clear through all of that. Later, Afkin. Thanks for being here. Agatha. As weird as it may be, if things manage to go wrong somehow in the Agatha fight, we probably do want School Bag for pivoting. I'm just putting those two in preemptively. Neither of them is absolutely required. What do Lance's Dragonairs carry? Outrage and Dragon Rage on one, Outrage and Thunder Wave on another. See, if we toss Ice Beam onto the moveset onto Starmie's moveset right after the previous fight, then the Dragonite shouldn't be a real issue. It's really the Dragonairs, although Dragonite is deceptively tanky, so it could still be annoying. Aerodactyl shouldn't be an issue, especially since we're already packing Jolteon. And then it's the final match against Blue. Where, for the bajillionth time, his Alakazam is still the most worrying thing to see. Blastoise shouldn't be a problem. As long as we can find a way to get one of our multiple Pokemon who can hit it super effectively in there. The Exeggutor could wind up being annoying. Now, I think we want Plastic just for some pivoting in the Lance fight and for pivoting in the Blue fight, and potentially as a way to deal with Blastoise. I also feel like we want Coin Purse. Oh, wait. Never mind. I was thinking Coin Purse for pivoting in the Blue fight, but Punching Bag shuts down Blastoise completely. Like, it cannot bother Punching Bag. I think that's a pretty reasonable lineup for the Elite Four. Yeah, the only thought that I have is, do I want to go and pick up another Thunderbolt TM so that I can teach it to Starmie, but I don't even think I do. I think I can get by with Ice Beam, especially since it's a good answer into Exeggutor. The main reason I was thinking of grabbing Clefable was because it still knows Shadow Ball to deal with Exeggutor, and it's super bulky. It doesn't really care about anything his Exeggutor does, but I don't think we really need it. With our Exeggutor, we should be able to deal with... We should be able to pivot around, get in a good position. We've got Teabag. Yeah. Okay, should be doable. Where are my rare candies at? Let's get everyone up to 60. Potato Sack takes so much of the strain off of team building here. The fact that it can single-handedly sweep... I think it can single-handedly sweep the entirety of the Elite Four if you play it right, but we have other team members, and some of the strats could have wound up being risky, so why bother? Gotta be honest, this is roughly what I expected my Elite Four team to look like. I think the only surprise inclusion is Punching Bag, but it just counters Blastoise so well. Technically, Blastoise does have Skull Bash, but if we teach it Bulk Up, it can out-boost that and should be hitting like a truck. It may even wind up closing out the match. So yeah, I think that makes sense to me. We're gonna take a second and grab the items that we might want. Alright, let's just grab a few of these. That's so much money done in an instant. Do I have anything I care to do before we go in there? The The fact that none of these Pokemon can learn Calm Mind when 2 of them are Psychic types, and 2 more of them are pure special attackers. I am well aware that the evolutions didn't get Calm Mind until Scarlet and Violet. Maybe it was Sword and Shield. I didn't pay too much attention to what they got in Sword and Shield. Yeah, I don't think we really have a use for Rain Dance. We're not setting up any Swift Swim suites. Could teach something Sunny Day, but I don't plan to right away. We'll teach something Ice Beam. Because we really don't need Camouflage on Potato Sack. And now's the time, School Bag. You can finally learn Earthquake instead of Dig. Or I could learn it instead of Thief in case I want to use Dig for leftovers stalling. Okay, the Cerebi item decks, held item. I'm just gonna check a couple of things real quick. Soft Sand. I want to see if there are any held items I want to cheat in. Soft Sand. Fire Red and Leaf Green. On Wild Sand Slash. In Victory Road. Oh, wait, no. Yes, still in Victory Road. Oh, no, in Fire and Leaf Green it's only Quick Claw. Twisted Spoon... Wild Abracadabra and Alakazam. You know what? I could spend the next 20 minutes digging into this to see if there are any obscure stat boosting items that I want to try and thief off of something, but I really don't think it matters. Oh, we have a spare Shadow Ball. That's nice. If we really need it, we could teach that to School Bag. That wouldn't... that might be a decent idea, to be honest. Because that would give us a backup for the couple of Psychic-type Pokemon in Blue, especially the Exeggutor, which we can outspeed, and which doesn't carry Psychic coverage. You know what? I'm doing it. could teach something Fire Blast. That's an option. I don't think it's necessary for the moment. We could also teach something Overheat, but I, again, don't think it's necessary at the moment. Are there any TMs that I missed that I... Oops. That was a misclick. I should probably just close that tab. I don't plan to use it during the Elite Four itself, so... Yeah. I don't think I care about any of the other moves that we could tack on there. I want to make sure I have all of the items, because I've already forgotten what exactly I did there. Okay, those two have leftovers. That has Quick Claw. Those are all of the relevant items. So, yeah. You can just move them around within the party. In that case, we'll open the berry case. Grab a Chesto berry. I want it known, for the record, that I would not have given myself all of those berries had I not cleared the Sevi Isles. Because that would have been disingenuous. That should be fine. Alright, let's do this. Lance is level 60. Had to double check. One other thing that I just remembered. PP up. That I want to use for a couple of very specific moves. Let's get Giga Drain in there. And you know what? I'll save the last one for if I'm theory crafting a strategy or something. Alright, Lorelei, let's do this. Huh. Yeah, I'll go for that. Now the question is, will they send in Lapras, which has the higher base power move, or will they save it for last? I'm pretty sure Lapras should be the next one in. And we should absolutely be able to take one hit from this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna believe in that. Like, even a crit shouldn't one-shot us. Yeah. Wonder if that Citrus Berry will take it out of healing range. It doesn't really make a difference, but... no, it didn't. Will she heal back to back, though? That is a real question. She will. Well, she wasted both of her heals there, so that's handy. Sorry, I just wanted to check how many Thunderbolts I had left. Probably should have saved before coming in here. I can't remember if I did. she hits me with Lovely Kiss, I have a Chesto Berry. Lovely Kiss is like one of the most accurate sleep moves in Gen 1, I believe. I think it got nerfed to 75% accuracy in Gen 3. Oh, maybe not. I thought it was 80% accurate in Gen 1. Oh well, anyway. I got hit by a tract, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Maybe it just missed Lovely Kiss. I wasn't actually paying attention because I have so much that can deal with that thing. Alright. Now we're gonna keep it nice and simple. I had the Person Berry on Punching Bag in case I needed to use it against Lapras. Sorry, most of the preparation I'm doing right now is for Agatha because there's not much to prepare for against Bruno. Hello, Bruno. Goodbye, Bruno. I'm sorry, this match is practically over before it starts. My best Pokemon hits all of his Pokemon for stab super effective damage. It's hard to imagine a scenario where that doesn't go well. I think this thing might have, like, Thunder Punch or something. Touchful. Now this is the only one that I think would have a chance to survive, but again, this thing has max special attack. Does it actually, or did I not have enough special attack to spare? I may have left it at like 200 instead, or 240 or something. This guy actively looks away from you after you beat the after you beat him in this. So yeah, I have decent backups for this. Because even if Potato Sack needs to switch out at some point, I have School Bag who can take all of their poison type coverage and who is pretty comfortable with their ghost type attacks as well. I've got Bite on Sandbag. I've got Plastic with Sleep Powder and Dream Eater, though that shouldn't come up. I've got Punching, who... Actually, can Punching damage them? I don't know if it can. It can definitely pivot in. I can pivot through Punching, but... having School Bag to switch to and Sandbag for some extra coverage, like, this shouldn't be a problem. So my plan here is to click Psychic. Because while she desperately wants to be a Ghost type Elite Four, her entire team is actually Poison type. I'm going to click Ice Beam just so that I don't use quite as many... just so I don't use quite as many Psychics. Because if the Gengar at the end winds up living a hit, then it could get a little bit annoying if she starts stalling me out of Psychics using full restores. Oh, I didn't even realize that was her last Pokemon. I thought she still had one. Must have blinked and missed one. Alright, well, that's her, which leaves only Lance. this is the one where we're kind of heavily relying on potato sack and some smart pivoting at times. And this is probably the main battle that justifies us farming so carefully to try and get natural cure on potato sack. Because the one thing that could really screw this up, other than a rough team order and switching into like multiple crits or something, is the Dragonair with Thunder Wave. What are you holding right now? Lumberry. I want you to have the other citrus berry. You can have an orangeberry. Because I want you to have the leftovers. You know, plastic matches up shockingly badly into the Elite Four. Like, it's just such a bad matchup for most of it. I imagine you could do something to it in the Agatha fight. Something with it in the Agatha fight to deal with her ghost types using, like, chlorophyll for a speed boost and then psychic all the way through. I think you'd still be stuck dealing with one of them without chlorophyll, but with the leftovers you can pull it off. Yeah, that should work. There's a chance we wind up pivoting through punching at some point. It can take, especially hits from Dragonite. Oh right, there's this whole cutscene where it walks you through a long hall that for some reason turns. My guess, now that I'm thinking about this for the first time, is that in the original games, these rooms were all loaded on the same map, and if they made it one long thing the way they do, the way you would expect, maybe that was too big for like the room size limitations that they had with the hardware. And it was causing like overflow stuff, because the rooms had a maximum size and that was over it or something. I could see that. Alright, Lance, let's go. Yes, virtually indestructible, I see. Oh, I forgot to fully heal Sandbag. And you know what? I haven't clicked it this entire run. Baton Pass. There is a chance that that was a roll, so I won't get overly cocky, especially since I don't know which Dragonair that was. If it was the one with Thunder Wave, then that's very nice. If this one's the one with Thunder Wave, and that was like a high roll scenario or something, we could encounter some issues, but we didn't. Okay, well, we're in a good situation for this. My guess is that it clicks Hyper Beam, but I don't know if it'll live long enough to do that. I don't know. Again, this thing is deceptively bulky. Okay. I've been surprised by this before. How many Thunderbolts do you have left? I'm gonna do some pivoting to bring in Jolteon. We got tons of defense. It should be going for Wing Attack again. So I don't think I'm in range to Hyper Beam. And now we outspeed Thunderbolt for the one-shot. It's kind of telling that I have more uncertainty about one-shotting those Dragonairs than I do about one-shotting the Aerodactyl. That thing is so frail. It also doesn't hit as hard as you would expect. It still bugs me that they never gave it Brave Bird or Head Smash. Okay, let's give you back all of your Thunderbolt uses. Let's pass out the water bottles. And let's see who else needs Ether. I never did understand why they didn't make Ether an item that you can buy in Pokemarts. Like, that really never made sense to me. Okay, I might drop the last PP up into Superpower, just for the fun of it. It is a 5 PP move. Okay, I shouldn't need more Ice Beam. You know what? Do it anyway. Yeah, Citrus Berry makes sense there. You have leftovers, right? I think I want the other leftovers on School Bag. And you know what, Potato Sack? I'm going to give you back the item that you were carrying when we caught you. You still have that Stardust, and I'm happy to let you carry it into this last fight. So yeah, I think our answer into Alakazam is just send in plastic. It can tank hits, it can drop a Leech Seed. It will eventually break through. This one doesn't have Calm Mind, so it's much less scary than the one that he had during the battle before Victory Road. At least he saw sense and decided to evolve his team. I'm saving to protect myself from crashes, by the way. That would be such an annoying thing to happen right before the Elite Four. Or right in the middle of the Elite Four. Alright, Box. Let's do this. Okay, we should be about to take an Earthquake. I think the smart move here is to go for Plastic, bring it in, and then just Giga Drain back to full health. And that should bring in the Arcanine. Why the crap did that bring in Blastoise? Okay, if you want to give me an advantageous matchup, who am I to say no? Good night, B. That thing always hits harder than you expect. Like, even in rain, it hits harder than what you would think. If I was faster than it, I would go for a Dream Eater next, but no. So all this thing can hit me with now are Skull Bash and Bite, but I can bulk up and I resist. I can bulk up, I resist Bite, and it's got Leech Seed going. I'm honestly a little surprised that he isn't switching out right now. Now the trouble is that this will bring in Alakazam. But what I should try to do here is waste his full restores. How many does he have? He has 4. Why do you have 4 full restores? I just don't want to have to deal with the full restores when fighting the Alakazam. In fact, as crazy as it is, it's probably the right call to go for a body slam on the Alakazam instead of trying for the KO. I might not be able to waste all of his full restores, honestly. At best, I can probably waste 1. Like, I could waste more, it's just I would be clicking bulk up for ages. That's 1. I don't feel like stalling him out of it fully. Here's what I'll do. I'll waste 1 more, that way I can KO him when he's going for the full restore. So if I do that, then I can be at full health when Alakazam comes in. This was completely unnecessary, by the way. I didn't have to do this. It's just a matter of how annoying do I expect Alakazam to be? I still don't know why he brought in Blastoise instead of Arcanine with Flamethrower. Weirdly enough, if I was trying to stall him out of all of his full restores, that bite would actually be really handy if he flinched more. Ooh, he's going wild here. Okay, I'm gonna guess that he's not going to go for a full restore this turn. Oh. Never mind, I can go for it. Flinch? Hey! Thank you for putting yourself back into full restore range. Okay, I burned through 2 of them. Now we're going for a body slam on the Alakazam. If it KOs me, I kinda just have to deal with that. If it doesn't, then we're gonna knock it out. Yeah, so a crit definitely would have killed, but it was safer than trying to switch out. Especially since a crit would put a lot of pressure on our Exeggutor. Alright, Teabag, let's bring you in. I haven't used you much this Elite Four. I guess I have used it once. And the Arcanine. Alright, and one last switch. It's definitely not going for Flamethrower against my Fire type with Flash Fire. This has a chance to poison, but even if it doesn't poison, I should be able to tank a single Flamethrower and finish it off with an Earthquake to more or less justify School Bag's inclusion in the Elite Four. Actually, come to think of it, I should outspeed this. Yeah, I have tons of speed EVs on this thing. I don't know why I was unsure. Oh, what do you know? It lived an Earthquake. Alright, later Blue. You had 2 whole chances to knock out Pokemon on my team, by the way, and you didn't do either. All you had to do was get a crit against Punching Bag with Psychic, or a crit against School Bag with Flamethrower. Just shows up, berates his grandson, and then leaves. All right. I tried to... Oh, I hit Control Windows S instead of Shift. I was trying to take a snip. See if I could get a decent picture for the thumbnail of this VOD. Oh well. It was never going to be a super difficult run, but it was fun. It had its tough parts. Sabrina was definitely the hardest gym leader, as she usually is. Something about psychic types being largely unresisted and spamming Calm Mind and Psychic makes it a rough gym battle in these games so consistently. Oh, what the crap? How many frames did I drop? When was I dropping so many frames? I hope it wasn't during any important battles. That would suck. I wasn't really paying attention to that. Why in the world have I dropped 13,000 frames? Well. Here's hoping it was just times when I was looking at stuff on Cerebi or Bulbapedia and not actually playing the game. Trying to remember what other Nuzlockes I've been considering. Oh, there's one that I think we almost have to do, which would be Sword and Shield, Height Lock. So I haven't... So, I've looked a bit at the possibility of height locking some of the earlier games, but it does get increasingly difficult the farther back you go. For example, if we go all the way back to Gen 1, most of the Pokemon that are legal are unevolved. I think there's like Ditto and a bunch of second stage evolutions. And Porygon. Who, I don't actually know when you get Porygon in Red and Blue. Hang on. Porygon, Arby's, Oh, you're kidding me. I could have sworn that Porygon was only 2 feet tall. Really? I could have sworn that thing was only 2 feet tall. Huh. So let's see here. I mean, Pikachu is legal, but it was a first stage Pokemon back then, so it's even worse. Well, it's not actually. I'm pretty sure Ivysaur is too tall. Yeah. So is Wartortle and Charmeleon. So yeah, any starter would be base height. Nidorina and Nidorino are too tall. I do think I was considering upping the height limit to just being less than 1 meter tall for theoretical Gen 1, because, yeah, this gets rough. I still can't believe that there isn't a single evolution that's only 2 feet tall. That always surprises me when I'm looking through height lock possibilities. Weepinbell, nope, a meter tall. Don't get me wrong, there are good Pokemon, like Magnemite is a legal encounter, and even though it's unevolved, it hits harder than a lot of fully evolved Pokemon. Oyster isn't legal. Haunter isn't. Electrode isn't. Yeah, it might seriously be that the only 2-foot limit height lock Pokemon in all of Gen 1 that is fully evolved could be Ditto. So I know Ditto is height lock legal. Yep, I am correct. I mean, there's technically Mew. If we learned a glitch to encounter Mew, maybe we could pull that off. Because I know that's a thing. That would be hilarious. Just, oh yeah, I height locked Pokemon Red and Blue. Looks inside. Mew sweeps the entire game. Alright, well, anyway, that's the run, folks. We are definitely going to call it there. I really hope the frame drops didn't ruin the viewing experience. There was probably a chunk of time there where it was completely unintelligible, and I apologize. But in the meantime, we will be back tomorrow. I don't think I've got anything super specific, so we're probably just going to play something as a surprise. Or maybe I'll check the post I did on Discord a little while back, see what I was looking at before Peach's showtime. We'll see. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. Hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you next time. And I should check if there's no one that I know is streaming. So later, folks. Bye.